morning and welcome to Green Dragon Radio. Another day and another grey and wet day, but don't worry, we're here to lighten your day. Today I have with me Roxanne, Jordan Acko, Hasna, Nicola and Firdoz from Wyvern 1, Wyvern 2 and Phoenix 2. It is Wednesday the 9th of May 2012 and here is what's making the news this morning.
Bionic woman finishes the marathon. A paralysed woman completed the marathon in 16 days due to a bionic suit.
A driverless car is set to hit the streets of America.
Liverpool get revenge on Chelsea last night, defeating them 4-1.
A tornado hits northern Tokyo, leaving 20,000 homes without power. Dwayne Chambers is set to face Usain Bolt in his first race since having his Olympic Games ban for use of performance-enhancing drugs overturned.
Thank you, Roxanne. So today we'll be discussing the moral debate that is whether athletes should be that have been found to have taken drugs at the Olympics should be banned for life. What does our panel think? Who wants to go first? Hasna.
I think that they should be banned for life because they know that it's wrong and that it's going to be unfair for the other people.
Okay. Jordan, how about you?
I think that they shouldn't be banned because if they do get banned the first time, you never know what they could have accomplished without drugs.
That's interesting, Jordan. Roxanne, what's your view on this?
That everybody should have a second chance, and even if they do something really wrong and they know it's wrong, they should always have that second chance because they can improve what they've done wrong and they can have a new life knowing that they've done something wrong but they can do better.
I think that athletes should have a second chance because if it's their first time having drugs, then they wouldn't know that it's wrong. But the second time, they should get banned.
That's a very interesting opinion for those, but I think that it's adults know what's right and wrong, and it's an unfair advantage for the other athletes.
So we've got a real range of opinions here. Some people are for it, some people are against it. The question I want to ask you now is, picture yourself as an Olympic athlete, 100-metre sprinters. So, you're preparing for 3 years before the Olympics starts to be part of the 100-metre relay team. The big day comes, you take part. Fantastic, you come first, gold medals all round. But then one of your team members goes off and has a drugs test. Then they're found to be taking a performance-enhancing drug, and you're all stripped of your gold medals. How do you feel now? Jordan, would you like to go first?
Okay. I'd like to start by saying that I would feel very outraged because all year round we have trained for the Olympics. The year before we have trained for the Olympics, and we finally get to the day 2012. We come first. It's great, and then when they have the drug test, we find out that he's taking the drugs. None of the team has.
Roxanne?
I think it would be terrible to realise that after all the training they've done and just at the last minute realising that it wasn't all natural strength and it was plain cheating.
I'd feel devastated because all my training for the last couple of years, and they would just all be wasted.
I would feel really upset because you would be training all of the year and all of the past few days, and all that happens is a great big fail.
I would feel shocked and outraged because
I've worked hard, I've done my best, and then I get stripped the medal because of one person, and I wouldn't really think that that was fair because I didn't use it and they did.
Okay, so we all appear to be in agreement that we wouldn't be too happy. Well, slightly more than wouldn't be too happy. We'd probably be outraged if we were part of that team. But the last question I want to ask you is, when we think about the Olympic values that goes with the games, how do we feel that taking performance enhancing drugs goes with that? What's your thought, Jordan?
Should you repeat the question, please?
Of course I can repeat the question, John. So, the Olympics Games has values that go along with it that we've looked at as a school. And now, the question I'm asking you is, if an athlete takes performance-enhancing drugs, does that tarnish those values that go with the Olympics?
It just ruins everything. It ruins everything the Olympics stood for. The Olympics stood for excellence. You don't take drugs to be excellent. Excellence comes out of hard work, training, and not getting injured, and also comes from inspiration. Inspiration comes from not from what you take, but from what you do.
I think that they slightly have used the Olympic values, because like, if let's say they didn't get banned and they took drugs, they would.
To formulate your thoughts on that. Roxanne, you seem eager to speak. What's your view on this?
I think that definitely is going to tarnish them, because if the athlete who's cheated sees that, they're just going to think they've got away with it until they've taken the drugs test, obviously. But that shouldn't happen, but it has.
How about you, Hasna?
I think that it comes out of courage and determination to not use drugs in the sport, because I partly think that it's the athlete's fault that they want to take drugs, and I partly don't think it is. Why I think that it is partly his fault, because he or she should have thought twice. And I think it isn't their fault, because what if he felt like that he wasn't as good as everyone else, and he just wanted to be as good as them, so he did it to not let his team down, not for just him getting a gold medal.
As I said earlier, if they took drugs and then they got banned for like maybe 2 years and then they came back, they would be inspired and like have the strength to go back. So that's like one of the values.
Thank you, Nicola. That's a fantastic point. Because I guess when we look at those Olympic values, part of that determination and really having the courage to succeed, perhaps that's about giving people a second chance. So unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. It's been an absolutely amazing debate, and this is the second time we've had to record this, so well done to all participants. So that's it for now, and we'll be back next week to discuss more news stories with a different news panel. Thank you very much for listening.